Happy 60th birthday, Mom!
Woo!
Woo, woo, woo! So, you're fairly familiar with what we're doing since we did it 6 months ago for Dad. But obviously, we were going to do this for you. This is your 60th birthday. We love you so, so much, and we have so many memories with you, and we can't wait to share our top 60 memories. Happy birthday.
Yay. Hopefully our counting got better this time.
Seriously. So one memory that is prominent is when we would make Valentine's gift bags for school in elementary, where we would do the little assembly around the kitchen table. That was always a fun time, and we always look forward to that.
And everyone loved being in our class because of it.
So we frequented the mall, and I dreaded it until you took us to Annie Ann's and we would share an almond pretzel. Another one is going to Dairy Queen on the last day of school every single year.
Butterfinger Blizzards for Mama.
Oh, so good.
On the topic of shopping, I loved going and coming home and then sneakily taking all of our bags up to the guest room so Dad wouldn't see them. We felt like spies.
Another memory is having you at every single one of Jordan and I's homecoming and prom dress shopping experiences, and also being there at my wedding dress shopping.
So fun.
So fun.
This one is one that was also said for Dad, but you were also at every single one of our sporting events, any of our Tana's music events, pretty much any event that we had. And that always means so much to us, knowing that you and Dad were there through the crazy weathers, the crazy times, the crazy weekends. But you also always had Subway for us afterwards, which came in clutch. And I think we kept that place open for a while. I think this one goes without saying, but ISU tailgates, like enough said, you made them so special for literally everybody. Adults that came, college students that came, you fed us, you made sure we had drinks, you had games, and everybody was always so excited to find out where the Shills were tailgating. So know that we're very grateful and very thankful because there are some really awesome memories throughout the years. We love that you are the hostess with the mostest at all times. You hosted my sophomore homecoming dinner. You hosted all of our basketball Christmas parties over the years. Our grad parties, hello, have a ball at Tana's and the candy bar at mine and the 80 million meatballs we had. I mean, come on, your party hosting skills are next to none. Is that the right phrase? So great.
I don't know.
They're so fun. And you taught Tana and I a bunch of stuff along the way. So excited for us to take on what we've learned in the next chapters of our lives.
Don't think that we're going to do better.
No. We got shoes to fill.
Don't put that pressure on us. No, ma'am.
One of my favorites personally that I have really, really fond memories of was always just baking cookies with you, frosting cookies with you for every holiday. I remember doing it really little for Halloween and getting dressed up to do it, and then Christmas over the years. And hopefully our skills have improved since then. But it's something that you've passed along to Tana and I. And it's so special because now we get to help make the holidays special for the people in our lives too. So thank you. You can tell us.
I remember getting kicked off that table.
What?
I remember getting kicked off of that decorating table because I would get too frustrated and not make the cookies look good enough.
Great memes.
I still am the same way. Still
No
get
worries.
frustrated and I make crap cookies. So it was probably high school, maybe more so in college, but obviously you have your 4 mile loop. And then when we got to an age where we wanted to work out or wanted to be outside or whatever the case, we would go on these walks with you. And those were probably the best times to have our deepest life conversations. And so like there was tears and laughs and everything in between on those walks. And yeah, we did a lot of those and those were good and they were fun. And I'm happy we had them.
And we still do.
We still do.
Yeah, at least when I go home.
Not me. I'm a potato. So something that I think Jordan and I are both very thankful for is that you're always available for a phone call, whether it was us walking home from a late night class to us letting you know that we just ate chicken nuggets. So we really appreciate you always being there, and you still are, and we always love our calls with you.
Always just a phone call away.
Oh, a bite to eat.
Enough said. One thing that you've always told us that still sticks with me to this day, and something I still practice when I'm crying or overwhelmed, is to just take 3 deep breaths. And it's something that will probably take me through the rest of my life and something I'll pass on to my own kids. And it's just something that it just soothes me, it calms me, and I just always feel better whenever I do it because I know that it's something that you always helped us through.
Why am I tearing up right now?
Grab the tissues, Mom.
Why?
Oh. Well, the next 14 are mine, so you can go grab a tissue if you want it.
Why am I crying?
I don't know. Because it's sweet. Tana and I are both very thankful that you helped us edit our English papers throughout the years. Print it out and you'd whip out that red pen, and man, we just always did so much better. So thank you for your help. I know I can speak for both of us when I say we really loved going to work with you in the summers. We'd sit in some of those rooms, we'd play cards underneath the like tall tables, we'd go get hot chocolate in the break room, and it was always so fun, and everyone knew us and thought we were so cute, and we thought we were so cool. So thanks for that. I loved when you would bring home your light boxes and dot film, and sometimes you'd ask us to help. You'd be like, hey, come look at this one. Which one's different? Which one looks better? And it was always so cool to be able to see you work and show, I don't know, show us that you could be a working mom. And I think that's super special. And I think the work you did was super cool and fun. And I don't know anyone else that can say their mom edited photos for magazines that are huge and in everybody's house. So it was I don't know, I felt like I was always so proud of you, and it was something cool that we got to witness growing up.
And then you donated those to the Urbandale High School art department.
Yeah, so kind.
That's cool. Very cool.
So Tana and I sometimes were forgetful, and you always brought things to the school whenever we would forget things, even when we were really mean and impatient about it. So thanks, Mom. One thing we love about you, Mama, is that you cry at practically everything. So if you're not crying already and you don't have a box of tissues next to you, now might be the time to do so. But I know we poke fun at you, but it's just because you care so much, and we love that about you. This is an emotional one too, but we'll make it happy. You are a kick-ass cancer survivor. celebrating more birthdays.
Oh yeah.
You were the ultimate mom who has all the home ec abilities, and you, bless your heart, for still trying to teach us how to sew even after my traumatic accident in 6th grade FCS class. So
Still don't know how your finger got under there.
I don't know how I kept my finger, honestly. I also loved that you would always come out and shoot hoops with us in the driveway. And like, honestly, you got a pretty good shot on your mama. So I think it's special that we all got to go do that together, and you'd be out there hanging out with us and just having a good time as a family.
Didn't she win the free throw contest in high school?
Yeah, pretty sure she did.
It's badass.
Baller. Another sports one. You taught us and you coached us in volleyball. That's why we're so good. Continuing on the sports thing, being a runner is just not in your cards. And that's okay. You can just power walk with the best of them, because running is not a thing we should do in our household.
No, ma'am.
Another really big one for both of us is that you've shared your faith with us throughout our entire lives. So we're thankful for that, and we're thankful that you led us towards something to believe in, with the help of Dad, of course. But thank you for always sharing your faith with us and praying for us and continuing to pray for us, and we do the same for you. I remember when I graduated from high school, I said all I wanted was a book of my favorite recipes from you. And you came through and you did that, and I still use it to this day and add to it all the time. That's one of my prized possessions, is being able to make some of your recipes. And although everyone doesn't think I cook, but I do. Thanks for being our alcohol supplier in college. I know you tried to do that on the down low, so sorry, Dad, if you didn't know, but Mom was basically the one making sure that we had safe alcohol to drink throughout college. So
all the mics hard we wanted. Yeah.
The real MVP. This was one we said for Dad too, but I mean, you were also a part of it. But we have very fond memories of you laying beside us in bed when we were growing up and reading books alongside us. So I know Tana probably maybe didn't enjoy it as much, but I think it helped foster reading with me at least. So thank you for that.
And then roles switched and were reversed when you would want your space at the end of the night and you'd be reading on the red lounger in the red room. And then I remember fondly, I would come and try to snuggle with you, and that is not what you wanted, but you're welcome. Another similar memory of you in the black chair was you'd be reading, and okay, I wouldn't come and snuggle with you. You're welcome. And you'd be reading really into this book. I would go refill my water, walk back over, and you're passed out, just asleep. That's exactly. It'd be 2 minutes. I'm like, where'd Mom go? She was just reading. But those are good memories. So another memory that was so cool is that Jordan and I never had the silly Halloween costumes that everybody else had, because you made every single one of them. We'd go pick out our fabrics and the stencils or whatever it was. And that was so cool to have such a unique Halloween costume. We felt like the coolest kids because we were the coolest kids. And I just can't wait till Jordan and I's kids, your grandkids, want Halloween costumes. Because I'm imagining retirement, a lot of time on your hands. I mean, I think it's a deal.
Sounds good to me.
Beautiful. So thank you for making all of our Halloween costumes. That was always so fun. So this is probably middle school and high school, but you're working from home. And I knew that if I had a science test or really any test, and I knew it was going to be graded between the time that I took it and got home, I really dreaded getting off that bus and walking through the door because you were right there, right when I walked in, and you had already seen my grades online. But you know what? Had I not had somebody that was keeping me accountable, I don't think, and maybe I can speak for you too, Jordan, but it really made us kind of who we are today to be accountable and I don't know. I don't know how to really explain it, but it was always good to come home to somebody, whether it was good news or bad news that we were bringing home.
Why do we look so similar? I mean, I know we're wearing the same shirt, but
we're literally getting similar the older we get, I think.
Yeah, but I feel like that last one, our mannerisms were the exact same.
We are very similar in that way. But like mom and dad don't have those. Like I think it's just us. Like I don't think we got those from mom or dad.
No, you're right. We've got them from each other.
Great. So this one is also bus related. We really appreciate that you didn't let us turn into little icicles standing out at the bus stop, and you would actually let us sit in your car before the bus got there. So thanks.
Appreciate it.
You dress better than any other mamas at our sporting events. I hate that we just did that and we did not plan that. I'm leaving. Bye. So this is a silly one, but we were at Target. I don't know if Jordan was with us or not. And obviously, because we love sweets, we had to walk through the bakery. And it was around Christmas time, and we literally walked past a sheet cake, and we're like, we don't have any like reason for a sheet cake. And I think you said, well, Jesus's birthday is coming up. And so we bought a sheet cake for Jesus's birthday. That is such a fun memory to me. And I wish we did it every year. So this one happened all the time when we were on vacations. And every time we went on vacation, we obviously went to an amusement park, and dad would ride the rides with us, but you would sit outside at the, outside of the line or whatever. And it was so much fun running out to you and smiling and telling you all about the ride that we just went on and how fun it was. And then I'm assuming there were also some times where we would come out feeling maybe dizzy and you were like, idiots. So we really appreciate you being there, and the amount of time that you spent sitting at an amusement park is insane, honestly. But thank you.
Holding all our stuff.
Oh, and eating kettle corn. We always could come back, and mom had kettle corn, typically 2 bags of the XL.
Where did you get that?
And she always found the kettle corn. Always. Hopefully you'll be doing this today, or you did this morning, but birthday cake for breakfast. There's never a piece too big. Okay, so this is a story, and I'll try to keep it short. But you know me, I don't really know how to do that. So we were at Seven Flags, and I was little, and some lady just got done blow drying her hair. And for whatever reason, I thought, what is the best way that I can test the temperature of this, like to see if this hair dryer is still hot? So I just threw it on my lips. That's like the easiest place to put it, on your lips. And I remember, I don't know if I screamed bloody murder, if I came over to you, I don't know, but it got me to TCBY. And I remember getting a strawberry TCBY and literally just shoving it on my lips. And so you're welcome, whole family. We got to go to TCBY after we worked out. Okay. I never did it again, but that was a memory. I wouldn't say it's a good memory, but I just remember you took us to TCBY for that, and I'm very appreciative. So since I was the younger one, I couldn't do everything right away sports wise. We would go to Jordan's events, and at first it was always bagel bites. That would be the event food, and we'd always eat bagel bites. And then when we got older, it would turn into QT drinks. That was just the thing, bagel bites to QT, I think. Did you have anything, Jordan?
Oh, bagel bites were great.
Yeah.
And I don't
Blueberry
think we knew there
berries.
were blueberries. Because if we knew there were blueberries, I don't think we would have eaten them.
I think they were just like purple or blue, and we're like, food.
Yeah, we're like, it's like candy.
Well, yeah, it was because it's smothered in icing.
Yes.
It was the best, the
And
best.
QT drinks were like 29 cents or something like that.
Yes. This one happened every 5 years or so, maybe. I don't really know, but we would always go to Michael's or was it Joann's, and we would pick out our two favorite fabrics and make tie blankets. Or what we did for Disney when we got free tickets. That was fun. But so many times you would just like walk in from school and mom has the entire living room cleared and she just has tie blankets, just cutting them and getting them ready to be tied. And I remember we would all get together and have our own little side and tie them. So I may be taking after you on this one, but I mean, you obviously have me beat. You literally paint the kitchen a new color every other day. And the thing that stands out to me the most is when grandpa was over and he asked how many square feet have you lost from repainting your kitchen so many times. He's like, it's got to be that thick by now with all the different layers you put on. But all the colors look great every single time. But that's just a fun memory. You'd walk in and there'd just be a new paint color on the wall.
The kitchen's blue today.
Well, then we had the lime green hallway. That was a winner.
Iconic.
So whether it was Christmas or Halloween or Valentine's Day, you always had the house decorated to that holiday. And I always remember putting the little gummy sticky things on the windows. And those were always so fun to put up. But you really made every holiday feel so special by all the decorations that you have in our home. In our house. So this was a big one, but when Jordan and I would go get our ears pierced, you got your doubles. So Jordan got her ears pierced and you got one of your doubles. And then when I went and got my ears pierced, you got your other double. And that was so cool because I guess I don't want to speak for you, Jordan, but to me, it was scary to go get my ears pierced. So to see that my mom could do it with me that was really neat. Mm-hmm. Was it Piercing Pagoda?
Yeah, in the Merle Hay Mall.
Piercing Pagoda in Merle Hay Mall. Swore by that place. Oh. So this one's kind of like my go-to fun fact, that we used to eat cheese on pancakes. That is such a good conversation starter. But what I've realized now is that no one knows how to make a pancake like you, because people make pancakes that are like this big. No, honey, if you don't have one that takes up the entire skillet, I don't want it. Don't want it. Nope.
And they have to be fluffy. All this like thin pancake, not about it.
Yeah, I don't know how to make them. All of mine they're raw in the middle when I try to make them the size of the skillet. But man, that was the best. I don't know how people have lived without that luxury of skillet pancakes. So this was a memory for all three of us. We kept Panera Bread in business. We would literally go every other day in the summer and we do our half soup, half Sammy. And I don't want to know how much,
Or half salad.
Even though it was traumatic at the time, I'm very thankful that you had us go to Merle Hay Mall for that picture guy play. I don't know even what it was called, but you would always braid our hair beforehand and we would have the cutest hair and we have the cutest little outfits. And as long as we weren't in that front room, we were good to go.
The picture people.
And then we also went to JCPenney. Those are just such fun memories to look back on, especially to see like mom and dad, how their hair has gotten a little less and a lot more sleek and that's about it. But no, those were fond memories of getting our hair braided before pictures.
This one is just mine, but I loved the time we spent together when you drove me out to San Diego for my internship in 2015. And we stopped in Vegas, and that was the first time I was in Vegas as a 21-year-old. So I legally went to the casino and got to go with you for the first time, which was cool. I mean, I think I lost my money on the penny slot, but it was still cool to be able to be there with you and, have all of our long, deep talks along the way. Shopping trips to the Mall of America were always so much fun. You would take us up there for the weekend and just kind of let us run loose, sometimes with friends, sometimes it was us three, but it was always a fun experience to go up and kind of have a girls' weekend.
It was back to school shopping.
Yeah, that's true.
That was fun.
So this is another traveling one, but before Tana was big enough, you and I would go out to San Diego and visit Jan by ourselves for, I don't know, a couple summers in a row. And I always thought that was so fun and I felt so special. And it's crazy how many memories I still have from that time, even though I was pretty young, like throwing up in my new Mickey Mouse sweatshirt when I came home and ran out to Dad and Tana at the gate because you used to be able to do that. Good times.
Disappointing. So this kind of goes hand in hand with doing the really cool gift bags for our elementary school years, but you threw the sickest, raddest parties for like birthday parties for us. So we had a 2-tiered like jungle themed cake one time with Sarah Lenhart. And then you were also my buddy during Jordan's birthday parties, where it was like going to, I think they get pedicures one time, a hotel pool. But you always threw the coolest parties, and really good memories with those. They're very, yeah.
I was just telling this story the other day, actually. So I vividly remember going through puberty, being a late bloomer. And I remember one time just crying. I think we'd all gone to bed. I'm crying. I go into your room and I'm like sobbing. I wake you up and you're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I don't know. And you were like, oh, don't worry. All the other mommies told me that this would probably happen. So I was like the last one of my friends to go through puberty, but you were prepared. So thank you.
I don't know. How come I still do that? Anyone else?
Hormones are crazy. Thank you for always being willing to carry all of our embarrassing purchases over the years. Like if we had to go buy tampons or underwear or bras, there's no way we would ever be seen carrying them or having them in our cart. And you were all just like, give them to me. So thanks for helping us out there.
Give them to me. When did she become a witch? Give them to me.
You have the next two, Godfathers and bowling balls.
Godfathers and bowling balls. So obviously when you didn't want to cook anymore, because I get it, that's a lot of work to do, we would do Friday pizzas at Godfather's. And I remember probably like every single time we would get the dessert pizza. And I am so thankful that you gave us the sweet tooth that you have, because if we had dads and just had little rabbit like bites, that'd be so sad and so disappointing. And so we're really thankful that you gave us your sweet tooth and that we got to enjoy all these fun little goodies throughout our 18 years living with you, our 21 years living with you, whatever. So this was something that made Jordan and I feel like the coolest cat. So Lisa made me feel like the coolest cat when you took us to go and get our, what is it, like our own bowling balls, like got it fitted and everything. And I remember
you surprised them for Christmas one year. Then we had to go get them sized.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. And I thought, yeah, that's right. And so I remember in the summer times we would have the passes to like Bal Lanes or whatever, the school passes, like the free games. And you, me, and Jordan would all walk in with our bowling balls like a couple of G's about to go and just destroy those pins. So a lot of good memories at Val Lanes, I thought, and always super fun to match our mom and have matching bowling. Well, they weren't the same bowling balls, but just to have the same looking carrier and to be just like mom.
Another kind of sweet tooth memory. Anytime we went to Applebee's, which was pretty frequently, I feel like.
Kids
and,
ate free.
and Dad wasn't there. You were very. We didn't have to try too hard to get you to order a triple chocolate meltdown and split it between all of us. So sorry you missed out, Dad, but more for us.
This is a vacation memory, and it was when we were rafting for the first time ever. It wasn't your first time rafting, but it was Jordan and I's first time we were rafting. And we literally almost flipped over, but somehow Mama Bear, Ann went down and just took Jordan up, pushed me back up so I wouldn't go flying, and somehow kept yourself in the raft at the same time. It was truly amazing. While Dad's like in the front because he's just, I don't know, doing dad stuff. But Mom's over here saving her cubs. And then also that reminded me of when we were at was
the
it
raft
Maine?
fell out, or the guide fell out.
The guide fell out. Ridiculous. But that reminds me of the time where we would like that really scary hike that we did when there was like no ledge, like all it was like iron bars you put your heel against.
In Maine.
Yeah, Mom, you showed no fear, but like I know you had to have just been pooping your pants. So scared. But no, you helped us through that hike too. So another Mama Bear moment, river rafting and scary cliff climbing. When Dad would probably mainly just drag me out to shovel, Jordan always had things going on. But when she would go out and shovel and we would all come back in and you were still at home, you were making dinner or whatever the case, we would come in and we'd always have hot chocolate waiting for us. Obviously made with milk because we're not trash humans that make it with water. And that was always so fun to walk in and we were so cold, and then Mom would make us really nice warm cocoa.
With marshmallows. Every vacation, without fail, whether it was a road trip or we were flying somewhere, you always made sure to buy magazines beforehand. So that way we could all read them and we'd all trade them once we were done. And yeah, just got to read trashy mags on every vacation. And it was like a fun treat.
We'd always swap them out. We'd each keep like two, and then we would be sitting at different spots in the plane and we would like swap magazines with one another and like read the same article, but like in a different way.
So this usually happened around Christmas time, but every couple years or so, you would whip out your old piano books that lived in the bench of our piano seat, and you'd play a couple Christmas tunes. And I was always really impressed because I can't remember anything about piano lessons or reading music really, but it stuck with you, and it was always special to hear you playing some music at Christmas time. So thanks, that was fun.
This is kind of like the one you just heard, but thank you for teaching us how to play the piano and to be patient with us and listen to our god-awful practices. I can only imagine how many times you wish you had like earplugs, because I'll speak for myself. I was no good and once again had no patience. And so I can only imagine the amount of times I slammed on those keys. I bet Jordan played some really pretty songs, but thank you for taking us to and from and teaching us that music is, I would say, important. And now we know how to read sheet music. And I think that's really cool.
I mean, I forgot all of it, but I'm glad you still can.
Oh, you didn't. So this is one that I didn't really think about until recently when I started going to the gym again. And I am so thankful that you took us to the women's gym at Seven Flags and taught us how to use the machines. There's so many women still that are probably like your age, Mom, that are so intimidated by those machines, and to have done them for years before we even went to college was really, really cool. And it was really special that you showed us how to live an active lifestyle and how to continue an active lifestyle outside of athletics. So thank you.
Yeah. All right, so you may or may not have noticed that Tana and I dressed similarly today, and that is in honor of you always dressing us like twins, even though we very much are not.
Even though we're finding out that our mannerisms are very, very similar
Very
throughout this
similar.
video.
People thought we were twins too as we got older, and like we're the same height. Remember? And we'd finish each other's sentences. We're like, you guys twins? We're like, no. So sorry we weren't twins for you. You just dressed us like we were sometimes.
Yeah. I don't know which one's more embarrassing. You dressing like your younger sister or me dressing like my older sister.
Probably me.
But thanks for dressing us up, because then we have really embarrassing matching short bang, same shirt, different color school pictures.
Some are even the same color.
They were?
Yeah, do you remember that blue and brown striped one? I think they're different, but you can't tell that in the picture. It just looks like.
Was that for the aesthetic of the house? What was that for?
I don't know.
I just remember the circle shirt.
Yes, yours was green, mine was white.
We both had bangs this short.
They were really short that year. All right, well, Mom, there are a million things and a million memories we could say, but here were some of our favorite 60. We wish you nothing but a happy birthday, and we are so thankful for you and for all the memories and for shaping us into the women we are today. You know, we credit you for a lot of that. So thank you so much. We love you. Happy birthday. Eat a bunch of cake for us. And yeah, let Dad
enjoy the warm weather in Florida.
Yeah. 60. Happy birthday to ya.
Happy birthday to ya.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Yeah.
Stop.
We love you.
Love you.